Our second item this evening, another very important item within the community, and it's Stop Hunger Now. And at this point, I would like to recognize Jack Best and his team to please come up and talk a little bit about this program and what it means not only to this community but to many communities.
Well, Supervisor LaFountain, thanks so much for the opportunity to be on the program at the same time that you were talking about healthy relationships with the school system, because when we talk about people living and working together in our own community, our community no longer stops at the borders of Penfield. Our community truly goes through the rest of the world. And I had an opportunity a year ago or so to hear about a program that has to do with stopping hunger in the rest of the world. But as I talked about it in the Penfield community, we also realized that we try to stop hunger here in Penfield too through the Penfield Ecumenical Food Shelf. So what developed over the course of several months, and on that committee with me are not only George Opera, who is my fellow Rotarian, and also Mike Shivari, who is very much active in town, and many of you would know Mike. We were just so delighted to be a part of this particular program where we could talk about what we could do together with the Penfield Ecumenical Food Cupboard in order to stop hunger around the corner and then around the world too. So this particular program, and what we wanted you to see and to feel, was this bag that is made up of rice, soy, dehydrated vegetables, and some vitamin supplements. And that bag, when boiled with 1.5 quarts of water, will feed 6 people. And of those 6 people that are fed, about 70% of that number will be elementary school kids someplace in the rest of the world. And so when we talk about healthy relationships, we really talk about not only what's happening in Penfield, but what's taking place in relationships throughout the world, because we know that when kids can't eat, they do what? They fight. Many of them, instead of having food, have weapons over their shoulders. And so when we talk about kids having this opportunity to eat too, it's really great. So there are 2 things that we are going to bring you up to date on. Number 1, we're going to get involved in volunteers. We need at least 100 volunteers who will come and work with us at the CDS Hard Road Center up in Hard Road on May the 9th. And we'll have volunteer sessions 2 hours long from 12 and then at 2:30 and then at 5. And I must tell you too that working with the CDS Hard Road people too, that their program up there focuses on people with developmental disabilities. And the very first shift is going to include all of their people who are going to work together to fill these bags too. And Bill Grays, as a matter of fact, another good community resident, together with Frontier, with Family First, and also with, I'll remember it, Bill Grays, will be the 4th one, Paychecks, all part of the organizations in town that are helping us to fund this particular program. So we invite all of the community members to get involved with us. We need to raise funds. These bags, these meals, each meal costs 25 cents. So at 25 cents for 30,000 meals, which is our goal, we have to raise $7,500. So we are reaching out to the community, and we will have information available for contacts both on our Facebook site and on our website, the PenfieldRotary.org website, so that if people would like to donate or to volunteer, we will give them directions as to where they could go to. I would just like to ask George for a moment to tell why he is interested in this program, and then I'm going to ask Michael to talk about that too. George?
My name is George Opera, and I'm a native of Uganda. I was born in Uganda, and I've seen hunger firsthand, and it's a blessing basically to be out and be able to afford and be able to pay for what you desire. The food we're talking about is 25 cents is for a meal, and sometimes you wonder if that's enough food. In most places of the world, that's plenty of food. But it's a blessing to be able to give back or give forward, and that's why I'm involved. I have my children. I have a daughter. I have a granddaughter, and I also have still family members that are back in different parts of the world that are not as fortunate. So to be able to give back and contribute the little we can is always a blessing. That's why I'm involved.
Thank you, George. In George's office, he works in town at Penfield at 250 and 441. Michael, just a moment, please.
Yes, thank you. My name is Mike Shivari. I was introduced to this through Jack, and in getting to learn about Stop Hunger Now, I saw it as a great opportunity to show my kids, I have 3 kids, that there are a lot of less fortunate people in the world. And as I got to know more about this organization, it's such a wide-ranging, or it affects so many people in a very simple and inexpensive way. So, I just feel honored that I can be a part of it and be an example for my kids and try to get people in the community involved. I just think it's a great opportunity, so.
So thank you
Mike,
so
thank
much, Tony, and Linda and Amy, for your active involvement in the program, and for the board, all of you, and your support of all of the things that we do to encourage healthy relationships locally and throughout the world. Thanks so much.
Jack,
Tony?
so just to recap, if you would, give us the date again and tell us how we can contact you if if we want to either volunteer or we want to donate, or both.
It'd be great. Friday, May the 9th, and our volunteer times will be at 12, at 2:30, and at 5, 2-hour shifts. That's all we look for. And then the best way that people can contact us is to go first to the PenfieldRotary.org website, then also go to this site, events.stophungernow.com.org/Penfield Community, and then go to your Facebook. And then if you go to Facebook and if you search for Stop Hunger Now Penfield Community, you will find us too, and we'll keep you up to date on what's happening.
Great, excellent. And a plug for Bill Gray's Family First Frontier Paychecks, and of course, the Rotary Club.
We are delighted that it's Penfield working together. Yes.
Excellent. Thanks, Jack. Always a pleasure. George, Mike, thank you very much. And
You're
thank you
welcome.
for the efforts.
Thank you.
All right.